Hey everyone, Casey Meraz here from Ethical SEO Consulting. So it's been about a month now, and Pigeon update has come and settled in for a little while. And since that time, even that day that it was released, I think it was July 24th, we started seeing some good results, of course, but also some very spammy results and crappy results. And here we are sitting over a month later, and unfortunately we're still seeing a lot of the same stuff. Take this search query, for example, Los Angeles personal injury attorney. Previously we had a lot of different players up here. Before this, we had companies that you're not seeing up here, law firms that were heavily involved in local. But now you're seeing a lot of the organic people really dominating. So, for example, for this keyword, for our law group is in the A spot here locally. But also, you'll notice that they're number one organically. Okay. Some of the spam stuff that we saw as well was crap like this, where local results like this having almost no citations and hidden addresses and even incorrect websites. And selected as service area businesses dominating the search results. Sadly, that hasn't changed. So here we go. We got Los Angeles personal injury attorney. Take a look at this listing. We have an 800 number. We have the website going to avo.com, which is not the customer's website. In fact, if I were to click on this, you'll see that it's actually taking me to the personal injury lawyer page on Avo, which definitely isn't related to this attorney at all. And you got the same thing with the result beneath that for the lawyers.com. Notice how it's a duplicate as well, in the sense that it has the same phone number, so it's obviously the same law firm, but they're taking advantage of lawyers.com instead, doing the very same thing. And instead of Los Angeles personal injury lawyer as the business name, it's Los Angeles personal injury attorney. Now these have been reported to Google, and so far the responses back are basically that they don't believe it's in violation. So it's kind of interesting that they're taking so little action. But since this Pigeon update, we've seen a lot of changes. One of them being, in my personal opinion, since this is a search that I keep close tabs on, is that you're seeing a lot more of the city opening up. So before, whereas a lot of the results may have been focused on just one area, which was Wilshire Boulevard, you're now seeing kind of a wider spread throughout this whole city here. For these primary results, and a lot of these are just heavily relied on these organic ranking factors. So let's take a look at another example. I'm just going to go to San Diego personal injury attorney here and see what comes up. Again, as soon as you see people dominating for spam like that, you see more and more. And a few things to take note. Another Avo listing here with an 800 number and a service area, no address shown. But as I mentioned before, whereas before the Pigeon update, these cities or these listings were showing up maybe within the city, now look at this spread. It's kind of like a line, and it definitely extends to all of the surrounding kind of areas as well, which I just thought was interesting from a visual standpoint. The ones that are showing up here all do show a San Diego address, but just, something else that's interesting to take a look at. And then again, for this particular keyword, Gomez firm is A here, and they're also A down, or the first organic listing as well. So we're really seeing a lot more of these organic listings playing a bigger part here. So hopefully, we start seeing some changes here. But one thing is very clear to me at this point, and that is that if your organic SEO is not in order, you really need to develop a strategy to make sure that you're doing that, and especially focusing on raising that page authority of your website, that domain authority of your website. And the way of doing that is, of course, building strong links. So I'm going to be showing some other videos on some ways that you can do that, but nonetheless, it's very interesting to see how things have changed, and the fact that they're still around in these spammy ways right now too. So if you noticed anything or have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I can also follow me on Twitter at Casey Meraz. That's at CASEYMERAZ.